सुनो. चलो. Very good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. How are you all? Very fine, fine. Very fine. Okay. The last class we have done the meaning of accounting. I hope you have understood. Thora thora, thora is required. Huh? Pura not required. So can we recall what we have done in last class? Accounting is a language of business. Language of business. It is required to communicate the information to other parties. So coming to definition, what I have said, accounting is an art of recording transaction and event of financial nature. Let me also understand what you are saying. Correct now. Of financial nature. To whom? To communicate the business result. To whom? Excellent, excellent. Transaction means what? Any act, any business, any agreement. Means whatever we perform, that is a transaction. What is the meaning of event? Consequences of a single transaction or group of transaction at a particular point of time is known as event. Correct? But we record only which transaction event? Transaction and event of financial nature. So can you say me what is the financial transaction? Any transaction which satisfy two conditions. First condition is what? Which changes the financial position of a business. Second condition, which can be expressed in terms of money value. Very good, excellent, correct. Then what is the meaning of financial event? Excellent, excellent. At a particular point of time here means what? At accounting year end, correct? Yes sir. Then we have discussed what is business result. It means financial position and financial performance, correct. What are the financial statement? There are four part of financial statement. First is balance sheet, second is statement of profit and loss, third is statement of cash flow, fourth is notes to account, correct. Now there is one more, statement of changes in equity, but that I am not just giving because that is not required to understand. So four essential part of financial statement. However, balance sheet and SOPF will be in our syllabus. Statement of cash flow and notes to account will discuss when we will pass CA foundation. We need to only remember the name, statement of cash flow and notes to account. However, you have understood that balance sheet is required to understand the financial position of the entity, and statement of year is required to understand the financial performance of the entity, means profit and loss of the entity, means it will record all income and expense, and balance will record all asset and liabilities, correct? Yes sir. Now of course we will be discussing what is asset, what is liability, what are income, what are expense, that we are going to discuss, nothing to worry. Then user of financial statement, we communicate to the user. So there are two type of user, one is internal user, other is external user. Internal means who manages the business. So there are two internal user, owner and manager. Owner will be different in different case. For example, in proprietorship owner means proprietor. In partnership, partners. In company, in case of company, shareholders. However, for manager means manager will be considered, but in case of company they are known as directors. They become internal user. Apart from internal user, any other person will be known as external user. You can say anyone, government, supplier, creditor, whatever is coming in your mind, that become external user. Got it? This much we have done. Then we started by recording. So we discussed the transaction event are to be recorded in books of account. So can you see this recording in books of account is known as bookkeeping. It is known as bookkeeping. Correct? This much you understood? Bolo. Can I say in this way? Ki there are two books of account. There are two books of account. First book is known as what? Journal. Second book is known as what? Recording in journal is known as first process of accounting, that is known as recording, and recording in ledger is second process of accounting, that is known as classifying. Correct? Understood? Can you say in accounting bookkeeping is the starting point? Bookkeeping is starting point and preparation of financial statement is the ending point. Means we end with the preparation of financial statement. So we communicate the financial statement, means we communicate information via what financial statement. Correct? We record transaction event in journal ledger. Then from that recording we prepare what? Financial statement that is communicated to whom? To the user of financial statement. Understood this much? Bolo. This much have you understood? Correct. Then just try to understand. Today what we are going to discuss is what? Already we have understood that we are here to understand the grammar of accounting. Accounting is language and we are here to understand the grammar of accounting. Till we understand grammar, we cannot start any language. Correct now? We cannot start any language, means we can use it, but can I say information will not come in a defined way. So we need to understand what are the grammar of this language. So that grammar is known as accounting principle. We call it what? Accounting principle. Correct? If you forgot, I will just remind you whatever I write in good handwriting that you need to write down. Correct? Understood? If you forgot, then once again I am informing you. Start writing accounting principle. Accounting principle. Means can I say accounting principle means rules and guidelines guidelines for preparation of FS. FS means what? Uh, you can understand my emotions, huh? Correct. So for preparation of financial statement, so objective is to prepare financial statement. Our objective is to prepare financial statement and then communicate the information through that. So communicate the information through that to the user. Correct. So can I say some principle is required for the preparation of financial statement. Correct. So this principle are of two type. We can say one is accounting accounting concepts and other is accounting conventions. Correct. Accounting concept and accounting, correct, conventions means accounting principle is derived from, we can say in this way, is derived from accounting concepts and accounting conventions. Now what is accounting concepts, what is accounting conventions, that we need to understand. In simple word I will say right now, will not do detailed discussion because it is very starting, means we are at the start of the accounting. So I will not say detail right now. Once you will become comfortable with me, I will become comfortable with you, then बड़ी बड़ी बातें करेंगे. Correct? Are you getting what I am saying? अभी we'll discuss only प्यारी प्यारी बातें. So accounting concept means assumptions. Whatever assumption we take for the preparation of financial statement, that become accounting concepts. Correct? So there are some assumption taken right now. Assumptions required. Assumption required to prepare financial statement. In simple word, I will say assumptions required. Now you will ask me, sir, what are that assumptions? We'll discuss. Nothing to worry. Correct. What is accounting conventions? Accounting conventions means the guidelines which is derived from the practice of accounting. Because we are practicing something, so while practicing, we form our own guidelines. We form our own guidelines that become what? Accounting conventions. Accounting conventions. Correct now. Means I will give you one simple example. Have you taken any time sign from your principal, school principal? So I think he will be he has signed your paper, but he has used green color. But there is no act. Means I have not seen that there is some act on that the principal should sign always with green paper, green color. But every principal, I don't know from where it comes. But everywhere, whenever there's some person who authorized by signing some application, etc. So they will sign by what? By using green color. I don't know why. So can you see this is from practice? They have derived some rules. To practice, one rule has been created. Ki anyone who is what attesting some paper, anyone who is attesting some paper, he will sign by what? Green color. That become conventions. Understood? So that has been derived from the practice. It is not written in any act. It is not written in any act that they should use only green color. But from practice, that rule has been derived. Similarly, we are practicing accounting from our traditional days. It is not a modern accounting. It is from old days. We are practicing accounting. So through traditional days, some rules and guidelines has been created from the practice of accounting that become convention. That become convention. So conventions means what? Write down the guidelines derived from practice or use of accounting or use of accounting. Got it? Means when I am saying assumptions, so assumptions cannot be modified. This assumption cannot be modified. Cannot be modified. Means we cannot modify the assumption. Means if in Indian accounting, means if suppose in India we are performing accounting, so we'll use the same assumption, whatever assumption is used in US. So accounting concept remains same wherever accounting is done. So it cannot be modified and it will remain uniform throughout the world. Are you getting what I am saying? It will remain uniform throughout the world. But this convention can be modified as per our requirement. So it can be modified as per our requirement. Means it might happen in India, we are using one set of convention, but in US the convention may be different as per their economic condition. As per their economic condition. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So this convention can be modified as per our requirement. Understood? So these conventions can be modified. Can be modified. Okay, sir. Understood. Thora Thora we have understood. Now there are nine accounting concepts and there are four accounting conventions. Understood what I'm saying? So there are how many accounting concepts? Nine accounting concepts and there are four accounting conventions. So total become how much? 13. So we'll call it rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3 and we need to learn how many accounting concepts and convention? 13 accounting concepts and convention. Correct now? Now, I will not teach you entire accounting concepts and convention immediately. Means I will take my time slowly whenever I feel now it is required. I will teach you that particular concept. Means I will not teach you all the concept together at one place because I know how much you can understand and when you can understand. So I will teach you the specific accounting concept or convention whenever it is required. Whenever I feel that now you can understand that accounting concepts and conventions. Can you say to understand accounting, this is very important. Without understanding this, can I say we cannot prepare our financial statement because our financial statement is prepared based on this accounting concepts and convention. Are you getting? Are you able to understand? So don't worry, we'll understand each and every concepts and convention, but slowly. So today we'll take two accounting concepts. Correct? We'll start with two accounting concepts. So we'll say rule number one. Rule number one. So rule number one, whenever I say rule, so from your point of view, it should be either concept or convention. Either it will be concept or conventions. While discussing, we'll discuss that whether it is a concept or conventions. Correct. However, I have already informed you that 9 concept, 4 conventions. Correct. Yes, sir. The first rule is what? Separate. I hope you must be knowing about this. Separate entity concepts. Understood this point? Separate entity concept. It is also known as business entity concept. Have you done this? Do you know about this? Bolo. Do you know about this? Hmm? You don't know? Already we discussed. What we have discussed, batao. When I started, I said Ram and Ram and company are different. Batao, we are doing accounting for whom? Ram or Ram and company? Ram and company. So this concept says that honor and business are two different entities. Correct now? Are different entities. The business is a different entity other than honor. Are we doing, and we are doing accounting for business. So if Ram purchase goods, it does not mean it is a transaction for what? Ram and company. So you need to understand whether Ram has purchased for personal use or Ram has purchased for what? Business purpose. Are we understand? So Ram and Ram and company are two different person here. Are two different person. Right on. In this, as per as per this concept, business and honor are separate persons or entities. Correct. In other words, in accounting, we record which transactions? We record financial transaction means only those transactions which affect the financial position of business. Correct? Can I say in this way? Correct. So in other words, write down in accounting, in accounting, bolo, only those transactions are recorded which affect the financial position of business. Correct? Means can I say, just try to understand what I am saying. Ki Ram started a business, Ram and company. Correct? Now, whatever activities is performed in that business is actually done by whom? Ram. Correct now? Is actually done by Ram. Now Ram has done some fraud. Ram has done some fraud. Suppose he has taken money in the name of business and now not returning that money. Quite possible. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So batao, some case will be filed. So legally case will be filed in the name of Ram or Ram and company. In the case, in the name of legally, I am saying legally. I am not saying as per accounting. Means in the eyes of law, whether Ram and Ram and company are different. No, they are same only. In the eyes of law, same. But whether police will come and catch Ram and company. Where is Ram and company? But whether is Ram and company? No, no, no. It is not possible. Police will come and suppose he found guilty. Suppose he found guilty. So he will catch what? Ram only now. Means can I say legally or practically Ram and company are same. But in accounting we have taken one assumption. This is an assumption taken for performing what? Accounting. So can you see this become an accounting concept assumption for the preparation of financial statement legally or really? Can I say they both are same person only? So in practically police will catch Ram, not Ram and company. But for accounting we have taken one assumption. So this is an assumption taken for accounting. Assumption taken for accounting. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Correct? Are you able to understand? So can I say it is assumed that, can I say in this way? It is assumed that business are separate entity, are separate entity, correct? Other than what? Other than owner of business, owner of business. Understood? Means now one thing we have understood that only those transactions which affect the financial position of the entity will be recorded. Means can I say in this way? Any personal transaction, can I say in this way? Any personal transaction which do not affect the financial position of business will not be recorded. Any personal transaction which do not affect the financial position of business should not be recorded in the books of account of Ram and company. Means books of account of business. Correct? So can I say in this way? Bolo. So note, write down. Note. Write down. Write down. Any personal transactions, any personal transactions, correct? Any personal transaction which do not affect the financial position of business, correct, will not be recorded, will not be recorded, correct? Can I give some example to understand whether you have understood or not? You need to say whether it is a transaction or not a transaction. When I am saying transaction, it is financial transaction only. You need to say whether it is a transaction or it is not a transaction. So write down some example. Example number one, you need to say whether it will be recorded or it will not be recorded. Can I start? Bolo. Ram has purchased bike, you know bike, of rupees 50,000 for his personal use, for his personal use, correct? By using business cash. Understood? Have you understood what I am saying? So Ram has purchased bike of rupees 50,000 for his personal use by using business cash. But it is a transaction to be recorded. It is not a transaction only. Means it is not a financial transaction. But it will be recorded or it will not be recorded. How many are saying not recorded? Hmm? You are saying 1 minute. I said raise your hand. There is nothing to say. How many are saying recorded or not recorded? How many are saying recorded? How many are saying not recorded? Means doubt is there. Means there are some who is saying correct, there are some who is saying wrong. Correct now. One thing is clear. Means either it is a transaction, it is not a transaction. Just try to understand. One second. Means I hope some of you have not understood the emotions of this statement, and some of you have understood the emotions of this statement. What I have said, any person transaction which do not affect the financial position of business. In this case, it is a personal bike, but a payment has been done from what? Business cash. So but the cash of business will decrease or not? The cash of business will decrease. Decrease means it will affect the financial cash, means it will affect the asset of business. So if it will affect the asset of business, it will change the financial position, will change the financial position, it become a transaction which will be recorded or not. Yes, 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 understood. Correct. जो दिखता है वो होता नहीं, जो होता है दिखता नहीं. Correct. ठीक है. In my class you need to be what? Always be mentally present in my class. Correct now. I think you have understood the way of my teaching. I am not doing any rectification. No rectification, only concept. From starting to end, it is concept. And one commitment I can give us. I will not give commitment of any marks. I will never say that by learning from me, you will score 100, you will score 60, 70. I say 50%. Correct now. I will not give commitment because marks depend upon your effort. I can teach you, but if you will not study, how can you score marks? Correct now. So I will not give any commitment of marks, but one commitment I can give, that you will become expert in fundamentals of accounting. Understood? That I can assure. That your concept will become strong. Marks depend upon your self study. Now whether you are doing or not doing self study, that I don't know now. But how? One thing, I will change the entire process of learning. Correct? Yes, sir. So can I say yes? It is a financial transaction. So it is a transaction which required recording. Now, what will be how to record, that I am not discussing right now. How to record we'll discuss. Right now I am just identifying which transaction will be recorded, which transaction will not be recorded. Means if I say in this way, Ram has purchased bike for business use. Correct now. By using personal cash. Understood? Have you understood? So now Ram has purchased bike for business use. That bike will be used for business only, but a payment has been done from personal cash. But whether it is a transaction to be recorded or not. It is a transaction to be recorded or not. So how many are saying recorded? How many are saying not recorded? 1 second doubt to hai. Means till now you have not understood. If the two answer is coming, means what? Doubt is there. Means till now maja nahi aa raha hai. Correct now. Means once I started, just try to understand. When I was doing this part, you understood that you have understood. But actually we are finding that we are not getting the correct answer. Okay, nothing issue. Dhire dhire, slowly, slowly. So just try to understand. They have purchased bike. Bike for which use? Business use. It means it become an asset of business or not? Oh, yes. So बताओ, this bike become an asset for what business? So that asset is increasing or not? That asset is increasing. Of course, the payment has been done from where? Personal cash, but bike will be used by what? Business, and bike will become a asset. So that asset is increasing. So can I say in this case also it will be a transaction of which nature? Financial nature. Are you able to understand? Personal cash, but bike for which purpose? Business purpose. So it means it is also a transaction which is to be recorded. Understood? Have you understood? Correct. Are you able to understand? So both were what? Transaction to be recorded. धोखा था personal transaction. धोखा था personal cash. This I have just given to confuse you. Are you able to understand? Now, थोड़ा थोड़ा you understanding? Now, if I say in this way, कि has purchased, Ram has purchased bike for personal use by using personal cash. Understood? So now it is not a transaction because now it will not affect the financial position of business. Understood? So now it is not a transaction. Means once again I am saying when I am not a transaction means financial transaction. Correct now? It is not a financial transaction. So not a transactions. So it does not require any recording. It will not be recorded. It will not be recorded because it is not affecting the assets and liability of business. Understood? I hope you have understood. So can I say in this way? Any personal transaction which affect financial position of business require recording. Any personal transaction which affect what? Financial position of business require recording. Correct now. Means what note I have given? The first note what I have given? This note. Any personal transaction which do not affect the financial position of business will not be recorded. So I can say in this way, any personal transaction which affect what? Financial position will be recorded. Understood? We can say in this way also. Write down that also for understanding. Correct now. Means I can say in this way, any personal transactions which affect the financial position of business will be recorded. Now, how to record we will understand. There is no doubt about that. Right now, we are just identifying what will be recorded, what will not be recorded. Understood? Rule number one, have you understood? Rule number one, have you understood? Now, come to rule number two. Rule number two. What is rule number two? Rule number two is money measurement concept. Money measurement concepts. Now, as per this concept, what we have assumed that only those transactions which can be expressed in money value will be recorded. That is an assumption. Means any transaction which may affect the financial position of the business but which cannot be expressed in terms of money will not be recorded. There may be some transaction which is affecting the financial position of business but which cannot be expressed in terms of money cannot be recorded. That is an assumption taken. Means for recording we require money value. If there is no money value, we will not recording. Means if there is some emotional value, the emotional value cannot be expressed in terms of money. Emotional value cannot be expressed in terms of money, therefore that does not require any recording. Understood? But it may affect, because if suppose there is some emotional value, so it may affect what? The financial position. It may affect the financial position. For example, death of owner, but it will affect the business or not? Yes, it will 100% affect the business. But death of owner, how can we value in terms of money? Can we value in terms of money? We cannot value in terms of money. What is the value of that death? No, that is not possible now. That is subjective issue. For me, he is not at all important. For someone, he might be important. Correct now. Subjective term, what is the value? That cannot be determined. So therefore, it might be an important transaction, means it might be an important event we can say for that business, death of an owner. Are you able to understand? But it cannot be expressed in terms of money. Therefore, will not think about this type of transaction. So we have taken one assumption that any transaction which can be expressed right down in this. As per this concept, as per this concept, only those transactions which can be expressed in terms of money value will be recorded. Understood? The best example we can say, death of manager, death of manager. Understood? Correct. This cannot be expressed in money value, then it will not be recorded. Now, in terms of money, so the question is that money means what? What is the meaning of money? Correct now. So money, just write down. Cash, I understood. Cash means money. And checks means not a money. Money here means money means local currency, local currency of the country, local currency, the local currency. So what is the currency of India? Rupee, rupee, correct. INR, INR. It is a symbol. INR is what? Sorry, denomination. Rupee is what? Symbol. Correct. So local currency of the country in which what? Books of account, books of account are prepared, are prepared. So of course, if books of account are prepared in India, we record transaction rupees. We record transaction in rupees. Understood? Correct. Note number 2. Head on. Books of accounts are prepared in principle, in principle place of business. So बताओ, where will prepare our books of account? In the principal place of business. It might happen if we are doing transaction in dollar, means we went to US and in US we purchase what? A laptop for business. We will pay in what? Dollar na? Are you getting? Now the question is that will you record in dollar rupees? Nah, the question convert okay, but we record in dollar rupees. That is the point now. Are you able to understand? Means we need to find out which is your principal place of business. So it might have been India is your principal place of business, but transaction can be done in foreign currency. So transaction can be done in foreign currency, but the recording will be done in what? The currency of the country in which books of accounts are prepared. So where we prepare books of account? In the principal place of business. So of course Indian country, me sorry, if I am saying about India, so we are talking about Indian entities, correct, who have a principal place of business in India. So books of account will be also prepared in India, but transaction can be done in what? Other countries, and the payment can be done in foreign currency. Then also recording will be done in local currency, means rupees. Understood? Have you understood? Correct. It means, example, if I say he purchase what? Laptop from US in $20,000. ज़्यादा हो गया, $2,000. Okay, correct. Now, of course, we need to record, but recording is done in what? So right now, of course, we know that because we are discussing about Indian entities, the principal place of business will be India only. Correct? It means we'll do recording in what? Rupees. For that, what is required? Conversion is required. So we'll convert $2,000 into rupees. So we need to find out what is the exchange rate is prevailing on the date of that transaction. Correct. Now suppose today this transaction has taken place, and suppose today $1 is equal to 75. Let us assume today $1 is equal to 75. I think it is more than 75 right now. It is coming to 77, 78 हो गया है. Correct ना? Where recently I purchased something from US. Correct ना? 1,50,000. 1,50,000. So 1,50,000 rupees. This become rupees. So recording will be done in rupees, not in dollar. Got it? Have you understood this point? Yes, sir. We have understood. Correct. So money measurement concept means what? As per this concept, we have taken one assumption that only those transactions which can be expressed in terms of money value will be recorded. Money here means local currency of the country in which books of accounts are prepared. Books of accounts will be prepared in the principal place of business. Understood? Means, can you say these two concepts are the basic concept of accounting. Without this, accounting cannot start. It is a basic concept accounting. Why I am saying basic concept? Because when we have done the meaning of transaction last class, you can see last class we have done meaning of transaction, financial transaction. So what I have given, check करेंगे. Come to what? Meaning of financial transaction. Let's see what we have done. The financial transaction are those transactions which changes the financial position of the asset and liability. Means this is nothing but what? Separate entity concept. Correct now. Means this point has been taken from what? Separate entity concept. Correct now. So this is nothing but separate entity concept, and which can be expressed in terms of money value. Means what? Money measurement concept. Money measurement concept. Understood? Means without this, so we cannot identify the transactions only. So this become very basic concept of accounting. Basic concept of accounting. Understood? Have you understood this point? Correct? You have written this thing? Huh? Right, Nare? In transaction, go to transaction. Write down. Write down. Everything I will say. Huh? So can I conclude that? Can I conclude that? Is separate entity concept, separate entity concept, and what? Money measurement concepts are what? Are basic concepts of accounting. Basic concept of accounting. Correct? Simple. I think understood. Correct? So we have understood the basic concept of accounting. We have understood rule number 1, rule number 2. Now can we start recording? Correct? Means I will not teach you as per the content given in your ICI study material. I will teach as per my style. Correct now? So I am not teaching as per the chapter 1, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. I think many units are given. Then chapter 2, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, many units are given. Correct now? So right now I have just done the basic part, and now I am coming to chapter 2 directly. Correct? Therefore, I said initially you don't require book because I will teach from anywhere. I will teach from anywhere. So if you start seeing your ICS study material, you will be confused. So don't read book till I say. Because if you start reading chapter number 1, you will say, Arey, teacher has not taught, teacher has not taught, teacher, arey, this teacher is bakwas. Correct? He is not teaching anything. He don't know anything. Correct now. I will say till I say don't touch ICI study material. I will only say the day when you can touch what? ICI study material. Chalega? Yes sir? Yes sir. So can we start the recording? Recording means what? Can I say it is the first accounting process? Understood? The first accounting process. Correct? So recording is it is first accounting process. Okay sir. First accounting process. Right. Can I say it is done in a book known as, it is done in a book known as what? Known as what? The book name is what? Journal. Journal रे. बोलो yes or no? The name of the book is journal. Name of the process is what? Recording. Recording. Bookkeeping is what? Maintaining two books of account. Journal and ledger. सब hodge podge हो रहा है. Correct? Just listen whatever I am saying. We have done key recording means recording and classifying. That is done in two books, journal and ledger. So we are maintaining two books and the process of maintaining two books is known as bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is a part of accounting, not entire accounting. Because bookkeeping means only maintenance of book, but accounting ends with the preparation of financial statement. So bookkeeping is not an accounting. Bookkeeping is only starting point of accounting. So bookkeeping is a part of accounting. Accounting is a wider term. Accounting is a wider term. Bookkeeping is a part of accounting. And the first book is known as what? And journal is prepared in which process? Accounting process is what? Recording. Correct? Yes. Correct. Understood. It means now we need to understand the art of recording in journal. How to record in journal, that we need to understand. So of course it should be some in systematic way so that it can be understood by anyone. So if you are recording, if you can only understand, then it is cannot be an art. It should be recorded in such a way that it can be understood by every person, whoever want that information. Correct? Understood? Right on point number three. Point number three. Journal is the first book of accounting. Point number four. The process of writing, correct, in journal is known as what? Mhm. Journalizing the entries. We call it journalizing the entries. The process of writing in journal. Writing means recording in journal. Journalizing the entries. ENTRIS. The process of writing in the journal. Writing means what? Recording, na? Writing means recording. Is known as what? Journalizing the entries. And that writing skills we need to understand. What is the art of journalizing? How to journalize the entries? How to journalize the entries? That we need to understand. But can I say, to record, we need to have some rules. For example, if I say you should know the process of walking in a road, Correct now. You should know the what rules of traffic. Can you see if you don't know the rules of traffic, you are going walking. What will happen? Accident ho jayega. Allah, Allah. Correct now. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you able to understand what I'm saying? So if you want to learn walking in a road, so because I am teaching my son, I have two sons. One is what? 5 year, one is 10 year. Correct? So right now my 10-year-old also don't know how to walk alone where in a road. This is this generation kid. Correct? They don't know. And COVID affected, they don't know what is road only. Correct now. So right now, because now I am worried about that. They don't know anything about road. Sometimes they went alone. So what will happen? Accident ho jayega. So I'm just giving them the rules of what traffic. This is red, stop. This is green, start. This is orange, slow. This is traffic rules. So can I say same thing? If you want to know the how to write in journal, there will be some rules of writing. If you don't know the rules of writing, so what will happen? Accident ho jayega. Are you getting what I'm saying? Correct. Means if you don't know the rules, you can't write. You know what to write, but you will not be able to write it. You know what to record, but you will not able to record it. So it means we need to understand what? We need to understand what? Batao. The rules of recording. For that, we need to understand first rule number 3. Now, whenever I am saying rule number means we have went to accounting concept and accounting convention. So now, what we'll do? Rule number 3. Correct? Yes sir, bolo na. So that is known as dual aspect concept. Dual aspect concept. Do you know about dual aspect concept? I think this so you know. Dual aspect. बताओ. Dual aspect. You don't know? मजा आ रहा है. चलो ठीक है. So as per this concept, you don't know, and you know that does not affect me. Correct now? You know, you don't know that does not affect me. Correct? Yes sir. So dual aspect concept means what? Every transaction which we are going to record has two aspects. Assumption taken. That is an assumption. Why two? I can't say the reason. For recording, a rule has been made, an assumption has been taken that to record, there are how many aspects? Two aspects. It means we need to record only two aspects of a transaction. Now you will say, why not three? Rule is there, na? We need to follow that. Rule is there, na? So if you'll ask me, I will also ask you question, why green? Because my son has asked, na? Same thing. So why only green color we walking? Red में जाते ना मजा आता ना. अरे, what to answer now? Can I reply? Then I will say no. Green means what? Walk. Green means walk. It is rule, Baba. Rule. Follow that. Correct now. The rule means follow. You can't ask logic behind that. Can you ask logic? No. The rule means assumption taken. Assumption taken. Follow that. For accounting, understood. So dual aspect means what? Every transaction has how many aspect? Two aspect. One aspect will be known as debit, and the second is what? Credit. Debit, credit. Correct? You remember debit, credit? Huh? This so you know now. So one aspect is what? Debit, other aspect credit. Now ask me why? I will say assumption, Baba. Assumption. Correct? Assumption taken. Two aspect. One will be always what? Other will be always what? You why not other one? Why not third one? I said assumption taken for accounting. Follow that. Follow now. You want to become CA now? Follow. You need to follow it. Understood. You can't record the other aspect in a transaction. Understood. It means in a transaction you have to find out two aspects. One will be debit, other will be credit. So write down. As per this concept. As per this concept. Means I'm writing as per this concept. It is the accounting concept is assumption taken. When I'll come to convention, I will say as per this convention. You'll automatically understand it is a concept or convention. Correct? Correct. So as per this concept, every transaction, which transaction? Ah, Now I will not say financial transaction. Correct now. Every transaction has two aspects. One is what? Debit. Other is what? Credit. Correct? Understood. And and both both debit and credit, both debit and credit are to be recorded. Oh, acha, 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 acha. Both debit and credit are to be recorded. So it means in a transaction, find out which one is debit, which one is credit, and then record both. Then record both. It means now we need to understand which one will be debited, which one will be credited. For that, we need to become expert. For that, we need to become expert. But I hope you have understood debit credit. What I want to say. Now, one thing you have understood, in every transaction, two aspects we need to find out. The system of this accounting, the system of this accounting where we record two aspects, is known as double entry system. So we follow double entry system only. There is nothing single entry system. In accounting means what? Double entry only. Because we think about debit credit. The system of accounting, the system accounting by using dual aspect concept is known as double entry system. The system of that accounting is known as what? Double entry system. Now, it might happen anyone whose father is a businessman. Yes. Have you seen their recording? They also record their data. Na? So they what they will do? They will have one red color book. Understood? And that if suppose some cash is coming, so they will record only cash. If there is some what credit transaction, so they will record only the name of the person. That is actually recording one aspect. That is only one aspect. That is not a single entry system. But whether in accounting we follow single entry system? No, 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 no. Means I will say that is not an accounting. That is not an accounting. They are recording, but as per their own rules. They have their own rules. But we will not be able to understand what they are recording. They can understand, but we will not be able to understand. Means I hope if you have tried also, you will not be able to understand what actually they want to say. Have you tried reading that anytime? Have you tried? If you have not tried, just try. But taking permission from your father, huh? Otherwise big slap. Correct now? Or because one time I have also done. I started reading the books. Correct now? Are you getting? So one slap to me. Correct. So what I am saying, just try to understand that way of recording is actually not accounting. They are preparing their books of account as per their own rules. Correct. So it might happen sometimes someone will say we follow single entry system. But hard chore, this is not accounting. This is not accounting. Accounting means what? Double entry system. Double entry means system what? Debit and credit. Dual aspect concept. Understood? Are you getting what I am saying? So just write down one note. Write down. The system of accounting which is based on which is based on dual aspect concept is known as double entry system. Understood? Means don't be confused. The system of accounting is double entry system, but a concept is what? Dual aspect concept. Correct now? Don't interchange both these terms. Dual aspect concept is an accounting concept. By using that concept, whatever accounting we are doing, that system of accounting is known as double entry system. And this system has been given by one person. We need to know the person. because he is very important person. We are following him only. Correct now. He is known as father of accounting because he has given the system. The name of that person is Lucas Pacioli. Understood. So the founder of this system is what? Who is the founder? Lucas Pacioli. Lucas Pacioli. नाम याद रहेगा. Lucas. We should know the father ना. We should know the name of our father na. So because we are doing accounting, we are chartered accountant, we need to understand who is the father of this system. The father of this accounting is Lucas Pacioli. Write down. Write down. Write down. This system is given by Lucas Lucs Pacioli. Correct? He is from Italy. Italy. Correct? Understood? And he become what? Father of accounting. Father of accounting. Understood? So you have a smartphone. You all have a smartphone. In that smartphone, there is one Google Baba. In Google Baba, type this name. So his picture will come. Then take print out and chipka de यहाँ पर. Understood what I am saying? Correct? So take print out and just stick that picture here so that you can identify who is Lucas Pacioli. Correct? You can do that. This is your homework. चलेगा? Understood? Correct. So now this is not important to understand who is Lucas Pacioli. हो गया. Given now. Now we'll follow. ठीक है ना? Now let us come to some other part. You said, sir, dual aspect means debit and credit. So what is this debit credit? What is this debit credit? We are not able to understand, sir. You said debit, which you said credit. So what is the meaning of debit? What is the meaning of credit? Are you getting that? We need to understand. Correct now. You said, sir, there are two aspects, debit and credit, but we are not able to follow you, sir. Sir, please provide the meaning of debit and credit. So we need to understand what is the meaning of debit, what is the meaning of credit. So debit has been derived from a Latin word because given by what? Lucas Pacioli now. So debit has been derived from a Latin word deber. Understood? Depre. And credit has been also derived from Latin word creder. Understood? Not at all important, but we should understand because we are learning accounting and we become expert in accounting now. Not important for recording, but we should know everything we should know now. Correct. So debit has been derived from which word? Deber. Deber means what? To owe. To owe. Understood? And creditor means what? To give. Means this is what actually the meaning as per Latin dictionary. Means this is the meaning of deber and creditor. Understood what I am saying? Means I have given you the meaning of deber and creditor, not debit and credit. Understood what I am saying? Debit has been derived from word deber. It means to owe. Credit has been derived from the word creditor. It means what? To give. But just write down under this. Correct. These are not the meaning of debit and credit. Understood what I am saying? Means this is not the meaning of debit and credit in terms of accounting. Means right now we are here to understand the meaning of debit in terms of accounting. So in terms of accounting, debit does not mean to owe, credit does not mean to give. So, sir, what is debit and credit? And so, what is from where this word comes? So, can you say back? Basically, we are we are following the accounting which is followed by Britishers because we were ruled by Britishers. And this debit and credit are English word. Understood? English. Understood why we are following the word debit and credit? How in it? Everywhere it is only followed. Correct? Everywhere it is followed. Now we don't use the debit and credit. Correct now. So it is English word. Understood? Correct. So debit and credit are English word and it does not have any meaning. Understood? It does not have any meaning in accounting. Means if you ask me what is the meaning of debit, I will say I don't know. It is a name given to one aspect. You will say me what is credit? I will say I don't know. It is a name given to one aspect. It is as simple as if I ask your name, what is your name? Huh? Why this name only? You also don't know, huh? It is given by your father. So I will say this is given by father only. Follow that. You are following your name now. So we need to follow the name given by the father. Understood. It does not have any meaning in accounting. You can't ask me, sir, what is the meaning of debit? What is the meaning of debit? It does not have any specific meaning. It is only represent one aspect of accounting. Credit is the other aspect of accounting. And one name has been given. Suppose, just try to understand. Lucas Pacioli or the whatever the person has given instead of debit and credit, Ram and Syam. So we would have said Ram and Syam right now. कि one aspect is Ram, other aspect is Syam. मजा आ रहा है. Correct now. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So this debit and credit has no meaning. Why I am explaining this? Because this type of what questions will come in your mind. It does not have any meaning. Write down. Write down. Does not have any meaning in accounting. Write down in accounting. In accounting. Got it? So what is this? So from accounting point of view, it represents two sides of an account. Two sides of an account. Means if you ask me from accounting point of view, we'll say it represents two sides of an account. Correct now? So it represents two sides of an account. Now you'll ask me, sir, what is an account? What is an account? In accounting, we need to understand account. Account is nothing but a T-shaped format. Account is nothing but a T-shaped format. You know T? It is a T-shaped format. So in accounting, we need to prepare accounts that you have understood. The account is a format. In which format? T-shape. Correct. So account is a T-shaped format. Correct. Means okay, this is one account. This is one account, and I hope you all know that in this account, this side is known as what? Oh, you know, huh? अरे वाह, very good. जादू है ये तो. Coming from what? Understanding only, na? Means one rule, you know. Someone has said me, this is what? David. Have you asked, sir, why? No, so don't ask me also. Means it has been said this side will not be David. Okay, sir. Okay. We need to follow now. We'll follow. And this side is what? Are correct, Baba. Correct. I also know. You know. So read it. Means can I say debit is left or right? Huh? Left means from your side. So debit is left hand. So this is left side. Left side of account, left side of account. And this is what? Right side of account. Understood. Means if somebody asks you what is debit, only say left side of account. But this much. Someone says what is credit? Right side of account. This is only. Correct now. Someone says in road, what is green? Work. You say that green means work. You not say green is a color, looks like this. Whether you'll explain like this, you say green means work, red means stop. If you ask from traffic rules point of view, correct now. You not explain about green. Green means what? Plant color. Are you getting? You'll not explain other thing. You say only the rules. Green means what? Correct. Simply here, debit means what? Left side. And this is denominated by the word DR. And this is also denominated by the word CR. And CRDR. CRDR. Now one doubt will come. Doubt is what you know. The credit had R. तो ओके CR चलता है. But डेबिट में तो सर R नहीं है. So why you are writing DR? अच्छा, this doubt has came in your mind. How many of you have this doubt? बताओ, सच्ची बताएंगे. I was also having this doubt. तो माथा खराब हो गया था कि why you are writing DR? It's a D. अरे बोलना नहीं. क्रेडिट ओके CR चलता है. अब डेबिट को डॉक्टर बना दिया. बताओ. Are you able to understand? This डेबिट को डॉक्टर को बना दिया मतलब दिमाग खराब हो गया. Have you got the answer? Have you got the answer? Have you asked this question to your teacher, faculty? अरे यार पूछना चाहिए था ना. हाँ पूछे. अच्छा, this doubt not came. अभी तो what principle we have that don't leave the class till all the queries are solved. परेशान करना है ना, छोड़ना नहीं है किसी को. You have paid fees ना. So this actually DR is not from debit. This is from debtor. Oh, oh, अच्छा. ना DR है ना, आ रहा है ना. So this DR is actually short form of dever. The CR is the short form of creditor. Are you getting? But we call it DR debit because we are using the English term debit and credit. Understood the feeling now? Emotions understood. So DR means dever, CR means creditor, but we are following English. Therefore, we are using debit and credit, which represent two sides of an account. Not important, but we should know because someone can ask you, sir, what is DR? You should say DR means Debar Baba. I know everything. Correct now. Why you are asking us? Understood this? I hope this much to you have understood. Correct. Means I have just given the starting point of recording. Recording what should come dual aspect concept. Correct. Dual aspect concept means two aspects, debit and credit. Debit will be represented by word DR. Credit will be represented by word CR. Debit will be left side of account. Credit will represent right side of account. This much. Now we need to understand how to record in journal. How to record in journal. This question will come now. So for recording, can you see we need to find out which transaction we recorded, that we have understood. Now in that transaction we need to find out two aspect, that we need to understand how to find out that two aspect. One will be debit, other will be credit, that we have understood. So how to find out that two aspect? For that there are two approach. Understood? There are two approach. Chalega? Correct. Means now actually we are understanding how to record, how to record, how to record. Correct. For this we have two approach. Understood? two approach. This is the whatever now I am teaching. If you have understood this, whatever I am saying, then you will be at comfort stage in any level of CA. Correct? Means whether it is foundation or inter or final. Correct? So two approach for recording. First is known as traditional approach, and second is known as modern approach. Correct? Means one approach was given by in traditional days, means from the days of Lucas Pacioli, that become a traditional approach. But now we are into modern world, so a different approach is given, that is known as modern approach. However, the end result of both approach will be same. End result of both approach will be same. This traditional approach is actually UK based. UK means what? England. And modern approach is US based. US means America. Now this traditional approach, whatever rules has been given for recording, that is known as golden rules. You know golden rules of accounts. Golden rules of accounts. Understood? Correct? And this will be known as modern rules of accounts. Of accounts. Understood this point? Correct? Now this modern approach is also known as accounting equation approach. Now of course you will ask me, sir, what is accounting equation? We will discuss everything. Accounting equation approach. Understood? We will take some time for this. We will be very slow. Are you getting? Traditional approach. Achha, do you know about golden rules? I think without this, so you cannot start what? Accounting. Means whatever you have done recording in your bachpan. Bachpan means what? 11, 12. Okay. That is bachpan. So whatever you have done, you have followed golden rules only. Golden rules. And rules also you know. Rules also you know. So let us come to first what? What? Traditional approach. Should I continue today? The initial days. Are you okay? Huh? Are you okay? Or do you want me to leave early today? चलेगा ना? Are you okay now? ठीक है? चलो. I am with you. Whatever you will say, I'll do. I am actually student. I teach student point. You say sir छोड़ दो तो I will छोड़ दे. You will say sir मजा आ रहा है पढ़ाओ तो पढ़ा देंगे. ठीक है? So traditional approach of accounts. You want me to discontinue? बोलो yes or no? Continue. पक्का बोलो. Because it is very important. If I will teach and you will not listen, then you will also die, I will also die. अरे बोला रे. If you are not able to understand, then I will die na. Are you getting what I am saying? So should I continue? पक्का? चलो. अरे क्या बात है? Full determination. So traditional approach of accounts, what they have said, कि there are two type of accounts. Huh? No, no. There are two approach, traditional and modern. Now we are discussing what traditional. So in traditional there are two type of accounts, not aspects. There are two aspects in a transaction, debit and credit, and that represent two sides of an account. Now accounts are of how many types? Two types. Not able to understand. Debit and credit represent two sides of a account. Now this approach says accounts are of two types. Every account will have two aspects, debit and credit. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you able to understand? So what are the two types of accounts? So accounts are of two types. One is known as personal account. You know personal account? अरे बोलना रे ना थोड़ा थोड़ा याद आ रहा है personal account we account now we can write down in this way AC चलेगा AC I think you have also used AC that is not air conditioner this is what accounts correct so personal account I'm writing AC and second is what third third impersonal account impersonal account I said two then it become three na correct actually there are three impersonal can be real and nominal correct so there are first two type of account personal and impersonal are you able to understand impersonal account correct sometimes it become difficult once you know everything correct now therefore I am assuming that you don't know anything correct so personal account so what are personal account bolo what are personal account which are related to any persons any person so which are related to any person which are related to any persons. Now, who are persons? Now, this just one question will come, sir. Who are persons? So, in accounting, there are three types of persons. There are three types of person. Correct? One is known as natural person. Do you know what is natural persons? Natural person means correct. Natural person means who is created by God. Means I'm not saying about animal, but human being. Can I say natural person means any account which represent human being? Are you getting what I'm saying? For example, if I say what? If I say that Ram account, so Ram account become what? Natural person and personal account also. Correct. If I say Shyam account, so he is also what? A natural person, a personal account. Correct. Second is what known as artificial person. Artificial persons. Artificial person means which is created by human being means any organization. We can say any organization. Any organization. Correct? That is what artificial person means. Can I say in this? We can say any company. Any company. For example, Reliance Industry Limited. So Reliance Industry Limited is an organization. It is an artificial person. If I open RIL limited account, so it is also a personal account, but artificial person. Can I say any partnership firm? Any partnership firm? For example, if I say what? If I say any name, the AN company, Mr. AN company. So this become partnership firm. Correct? A name given to that partnership firm AN company. It become AN company account. If I say AN company account, that is also one account, personal account. If I say any bank. So if I say State Bank of India, SBI account, so this is also what? A personal account. SBI account, PNB account, Canara Bank account, whatever account. Correct now. So this is also an artificial person. It will be a personal account. If I say any political party, are you getting what I am saying? Any political party. Any political party, do you know any political party? For example, you say BJP. I'm not favoring BJP, yeah, by writing this. So all parties are same, correct? So BJP. So if I am saying BJP account, so it is also an artificial person, means personal account. I hope you are understanding my emotions. If I say any school, so any school, what DPS school. So if I say DPS account, it is also an artificial person personal account. Anything? I hope you have understood this thing. So this is known as artificial person. Correct? Understood. So I hope you have understood natural person. I hope you have understood what artificial person. What I want to say, all are personal account. Whether it is Ram account, whether it is Ram and company account, both are what? Personal account. There is one more known as representative, representative persons. Representative person. Sometimes what happen? To simplify accounting, sometime what happen? To simplify accounting, we'll use one account for a group of what? Natural and artificial person. One account will be used. For example, just try to understand. I have 10 bank accounts. I have a 10 bank account. SBI, PNB, Canara, IDBI, SDFC. So. So it means I need to open how many account? 10 bank account. SBI account, SDFC account, Canara Bank account. Hmm. Hmm. Correct. So to simplify account, if I want to club this all account into one account, I will say only bank account. Are you getting it? So can bank account represent group of artificial person? So that bank account become what? Representative personal account. Understood what I am saying? So that bank account become a representative personal account. So bank account represents all banks, all bank. Now suppose we have customers, list of customers, Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C, Mr. D. There are many customers. Correct now. There are many customers. Are you getting? For example, practically speaking, you are our customer only. We should not say like that. But without you, to will die. Correct now. So you are our customer. So there can be many customers. And can I say some amount might be receivable from you? So that you are very important for us. Are you getting what I am saying? Some amount is receivable or not? Come into the business. Come into business. In our business, we don't call you as customer. We call you student. Student is student. Correct now. Are you getting? We have some other relationship. Business is something different. But when I'm coming into class, we are actually what? A teacher. I'm your guru, and you are my student. Correct now. हाँ कहीं बाहर मिलते तो बात अलग है. Correct. What I am saying in class, so I am your guru. बोलो या सुनो. Correct. So what I want to say, key basically speaking from business point of view, our customer, and suppose there are many students, so I need to open each account, and suppose in balance sheet we write on 100 account, the balance will become lengthy like this. Correct now. So to simplify the accounting, to simplify the presentation part, we'll open customer account. That will become what? Representing all customer. Representing all customer, one account will open. Understood? To simplify the accounting, we do in this way. I hope you understand. There may be many employees, and to employ some amount is payable for salary. You need to pay them now. Now we'll open, suppose in Reliance industry there are 1 lakh employees, more than that. So whether they will say do, whether they will die, this much account who will open? So they will say, acha no, this much not, we'll open one account, salary payable account. So salary payable account represent all employee, because that amount is payable to whom? Employee only. So we will not open employee one account, employee two account, employee three account, employee four account. In my organization there are 5 account. It is easy to maintain 5 account. I have 5 employees, so it is easy to maintain 5 account. It is easy for me, so I can say name account, name account, name account, name account, chalega. But for Reliance industry, they will die na. So we say open one account, salary payable account. To simplify the accounting. So can I say representative person represent what? Write down. Represent, yeah, ऐसे लिखो, any account which represent either single or group of natural or artificial persons. Have you understood this? For example, we can open bank account. The bank account represent all banks. We can open customer account. Customer account represent all customer. Means instead of opening individual name account, we can open customer account. This customer are also known as debtor. We'll discuss somewhere after that why they are known as debtor. But this customer are known as debtor. Similarly, we can open supply account, and this supplier are known as creditor. Understood? Similarly, we can open capital account. So the capital account represent the owner. Correct now. It is only one person. Now suppose just try to understand. Ram is the owner. Ram is the owner. So can you say in a business Ram and company are different? In an accounting, Ram and company are different now. Correct? Separate entity concept? Huh? In accounting and Acha, in practical life they are same. But in accounting, Ram and company are different. Means in the books of Ram and company, Ram will also come. Correct now. And he is the owner. We should give importance or not? He is the owner of the business. We should give importance or not? Now, suppose just try to understand. We are preparing balance sheet. We are preparing balance sheet. Correct. Suppose this is the balance sheet. Correct. And we are adding Shyam, Ghanshyam. Are you getting what I am saying? Now, who is the owner? Are you know, I know, that person don't know na, because I have informed you Ram is the owner. But can I say if nothing has been informed, can you identify? Correct. We should give importance. We will say no, don't write Ram. Don't write Ram. Instead of Ram, write down what capital. Oh, acha. Means capital account represent owner. So we never write Ram account. We write on capital account. Capital account becomes representative personal account. Are you able to understand? So it represents Ram. Ram is a natural person, single person. Understood? So capital account is also personal account. It represents what Ram? It represents Ram. I hope you know about drawing account. Drawing. Drawing to you know. Drawing account. Who draws the amount? Owner only na. So you don't open Ram account for drawing. You will open drawing account. So drawing account represent what? Owner. Which account? Representative personal account. Representative personal account. Understood? I hope you are understanding Tora Tora. Pura pura to I never say. 50%. Correct? I just want to make you comfort with CA. Actually, there is a lot of nonsense in what market. CA stuff, CA stuff. Tough, Baba, tough. You don't do. You don't do, na. If we are doing, then why you are saying to us stuff? Correct, na. In market, wherever you go now. Acha, you are doing CA. How come? Acha, is anyone have asked this question to you? Yes, now, mother, you have not written also. Why you are doing CA? How much marks you are expecting? Will you pass? Mother, we have not written, they are demotivating us. Correct na? This is nonsense na. You should ask, have you done CA? You should ask a second question. If they are asking now why you are doing CA, first ask, are you CA? No. Have you tried? No. Then why you asking? You have no right to ask na. You are not capable of that, and then also you are asking to us. We are capable, Baba. We are capable. So it happens. It happens. Understood. The capital account we represent what? Honor. Drawing account will represent what? Honor. Honor. Understood. So this is what? Personal account. I hope you have understood. Personal account. I hope you have understood. Now coming to what? Impersonal account. Impersonal account. Now, sir, what is impersonal account? So can you say impersonal account or account other than personal account? You want to continue now? First day I will ask because this is actually the second day. Correct. I will ask first, second, third day. But dire, I will never ask. I will come teach. I'll come teach. I'll come teach. I'll come teach and go. We'll do masti, but I will never ask. But because you don't know me, I don't know you. Let us become comfort. Correct now. I should continue. चलेगा मजा आ रहा है ना So can you say impersonal account means other than personal account? Means which is not related to person? Which is not related to person. So simply I can say other than what? Other than personal account. Now in this impersonal account, there are two types of account in this. The first one is known as real account. A real account. Real account means what? Do you know what is real account? Real account? You know the rules. Golden rules you know. What is the rules of real account? Debit what? Comes in. Credit what? Goes out. Rules you know. But what is real account, Baba? Believe me, this question I've asked at CA final level. They also don't know. Just try to understand. You pass CA foundation. You pass CA enter. Now you are in CA final. I'm asking question real account and they are not answering. What I should think? What I should think about them? How they passed? 50%. Are you getting? Understood. Be comfort, huh? Be comfort. Perfection is not required only. Perfection is not required, nah. Be comfort. And believe me, you ask this question to any of your senior who is in CA final, who is not my student now. First thing, who is not my student. Correct. You ask, bhaiya, what is real account? Let's see what he is answering. If he's answering correct, okay, sir, thank you very much. But if he's answering wrong now, don't say anything. Okay, sir, we have understood how you pass CA foundation or CA intern. ऐसा होगा just sometime you ask. So what is real account? Of course, real account means all assets of business. All assets of business. All assets. Now, of course, you'll ask me what is asset. We'll discuss. But you know what is asset. Where it will come in balance sheet, that also you know. So all asset of business except debt. That means receivable. Any receivable is also an asset. For example, you know debtor is an asset. Debtor is an asset, but debtor is a personal account. Means what can be personal account cannot be what? Impersonal account. So debtor is an asset. Debtor you write where? In the asset side of balance sheet. That you know now. Debtor you write on the asset side or liability side. So debtor means what? Receivable, and receivable means what? An asset. For real account are asset, but all assets are not real account. So all asset except that means receivable. Means any account which are asset but our personal account cannot be what? Real account. So can you say real account means write down all asset of what business except what? Except that. That means in bracket you write down receivable. Means these are what? Personal account Already we discussed customer account. Customer account means debtor, and debtor is what? Personal account. Have you understood this point? Correct? Now, so when I am saying asset means real account, so this real account can be tangible assets and can be अरे वाह intangible assets. Understood? Tangible asset and intangible asset. Can you give me some examples of tangible asset? बताओ. Whatever you say, write down. Furniture, land, building, etc., etc., etc. I know you know many examples. Correct? Can you give me some intangible asset? Huh? Goodwill. अरे वाह बड़ा भयंकर एग्जाम्पल है गुडविल एंड ट्रेडमार्क अरे वाह ट्रेडमार्क एनी मोर एग्जाम्पल कॉपीराइट अरे गजब पेटेंट मीन्स यू ऑल नो एग्जाम्पल okay thank you very much correct. So when I am saying real account just try to fix something in your mind real account means all asset except receivable are also asset but not real account receivable means what personal account understood now whatever real account we have that can be divided into two categories it can be either tangible asset or intangible asset detailed discussion of this will be done in later classes now coming to what point number B point number B nominal account so nominal account means what batao nominal account means all income and all expenses. So all income of business, all expense of business will be nominal account. Correct? Means, can I say all incomes? Whenever we say income, income include gains. When I am saying income, income include gains. I think sometime your teacher has a gain on sale of asset, profit on sale of asset. So income include gains. Correct now. So income include gains. So whenever I say income, income will include gains also. Similarly, when I say expenses, so expenses include what? Losses. So any losses will be also nominal account. So when we say income, income include gains. Whenever we say expense, expense include losses. So all income, all expense of that business are what? Nominal account. I hope this much you have understood. Bolo. Correct. This is what? Personal account, real account, nominal account. And can I say rules will be based on different nature of account? Means personal account will have different rules, real account will have different rules, nominal account will have different rules. Rules will do. You know the rules. I'm not coming to rules. But to end the class, let me say something. Because you know balance sheet and PL. बोले yes or no? Because you have prepared balance sheet, you have prepared PL account also. So when I say just try to understand what I'm saying, you know the format of balance sheet? You know the format of what? PL account also? बैटरी जल्दी बैटरी खत्म हो जा रहा है इसका So can you say you all know balance sheet? You all know PL account. Now in PL account, because you know the format, because of that reason I am discussing right now. Because you are all from commerce background. And even though you are from science background, try to understand what I want to say. When we say PL, batao, in the left hand side what you write? In this side what you write? In this side what you write? Debit side what you write? अरे मतलब particulars तो you write बाबा. In this what you write? Expense you write ना. Particulars नालायक. Expense. And in credit side what you write? Income. Correct. So the imbalance sheet what you write in this side? अच्छा you know. Asset. In this side what you write? Can you say you should write capital and liabilities? Capital and liabilities. बोले yes or no? However, I don't know, you might have been said that capital are liability, but actually capitals are not liability. I will discuss this point. Capital and liability are two different terms. Correct? So capital and liability will be written this side, asset in this side. My question to you, as expense means which account? Real, nominal, personal. Nominal, nominal. Income means what? Nominal. Acha. Means one thing is clear that income and expense are nominal account which will be always recorded where? In PL account. It will never come where? In balance sheet. The income and expense nominal account will be always recorded in PL account. Understood one rules? But the asset is what? Real, nominal, personal. Real and as well as personal. There are some assets which can be personal also. We have discussed about debtor. Correct now. So can you say it is real as well as personal? It can be personal also. Correct. Capital is what? Capital will be always personal. Capital will be always personal. Liability is what? Liability is liability. I am asking liability is what? Real, nominal, personal. Huh? Are nalayak, right now we have done real means asset of business. I said asset and liability of business. Nalayak. Understand what I am saying? Income, no doubt. Income will be transferred to PL. Nominal account, expense, nominal account. Asset also you have understood real and personal. Capital account also you have understood personal. Liability will be always personal only. Because liability means amount payable to any person. So liability will be always what? Personal account. Understood. Have you understood? आज इतना ही. But I hope whatever I have said, you are understanding conceptually. No ratta vacation. Na? In my class, no ratta vacation. Whatever I am teaching from the concept point of view. If any doubt, and if you feel, I have already said, give me 5 days. Once 5 days over, then you will be able to understand my teaching style. Why I am saying give me 5 days? Because I know what you have done in your class 11, 12. Correct now. So you don't compare my style of teaching with that style. That was totally, rattafication. I think they started directly with what? Rules. आओ बच्चों तुम्हें सिखाएं golden rules of accounting. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. This is for real account. Then debit all expense, credit all income. ऐसे बताया ना? अरे बोलना रे. But what is that? You have never understood. That I want to say that in my class I am just coming from the basics. I am just developing your roots. Whenever you, whenever we construct a building, first we create a base. So I am trying to create a base so that you will never fall in CA final. Understood? Correct. Objective is CA final exam. This is only an entry level. Your objective is to crack what? CA final. That is the final level now. Correct. That is our objective. Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day.